Hi, I thought I would share a little bit with you about my latest Midlife Moxie novel, and it is called, I don't know if you can see it with the glare, Transforming Tessa. A little bit about the book. Here is from the back cover. It says, "Who are you when you're no longer part of a couple?" For newly widowed Tessa Adams, the death of her beloved husband has left her struggling to find her way in unfamiliar territory. No longer Jack's wife, and at 65 now on her own, Tessa is trapped in her grief and unable to imagine an existence that might still hold happiness and fulfillment. As she gradually begins to rebuild her life and make new friends, Tessa finds herself offering encouragement and support to the women she comes to know, including recently divorced 60-year-old Deanna and Juliana, a young mother trying to escape from her abuser. But will Tessa be able to overcome her own fears and build a new future for herself? So here's what I wrote in the author's note. Losing a loved one is a devastating experience. Your life is upended. Your sense of self is changed, and nothing is quite the same afterward. You find yourself in an unfamiliar landscape, uncertain how to make your way through, or even if there is a destination ahead. Unlike Tessa, I have never lost a spouse or a partner, but I have lost others who are dear to me, people who shaped my life and gave me encouragement through the challenges I faced and the obstacles I had to overcome. Those experiences, coupled with what I learned from women who were grieving the death of someone close to them, helped me develop the story of newly widowed Tessa. Like Tessa, I drew strength from friends and family members as I worked my way through those difficult times. And like Tessa, I came to realize that grief can be transformative, changing us in ways we had not expected. Transforming Tessa is about loss and grief, but it's also about strength and courage. I hope her story provides encouragement for those who are going through difficult times and are finding themselves tested in unexpected ways. So, as I said in the author's notes, yes, it's about grief and loss and how we deal with it, how we cope with it. But at the same time, I wanted to make it positive. In Tessa's case, she loved her husband dearly. And even though they were both well aware of the illness that he had a heart condition that could at any moment take him from her. Um, she just didn't want to accept it. She didn't want to think about it. She did everything she could to block it out in a way. And when there were some opportunities, as you read the book, you'll learn about them. Um, well, there were some opportunities, especially one in particular, that her husband wanted to pursue with her to try to make the most out of the time he had. She was very resistant because she wanted to stay at home, keep him at home, keep him as safe as she could. But, we can only do so much. And it took Tessa quite some time to realize that no matter what she did, the outcome would be the same. And I understand that. Because especially when my father was dying, you try to do everything you can, but you can't do everything. There's the trick. Um, anyways, so in the story, and then of course, once Jack dies, which you learn right in the beginning, so no spoilers there, she doesn't think she can make it. she has no idea who she is now that she's no longer Jack's wife. And then there's some other family issues, unexpected ones that arise that she has to cope with. So it becomes very much a story about a woman trying to figure out the way forward, trying to see through the darkness of grief if there is a light ahead. And of course, as in all my Midlife Moxie novels, Reinventing Rita, Finding Fran, Moving Maggie, there is the component of friendships, of women she becomes friends with who help support her, guide her, lead her, push her um, into moving forward, into finding out who she can be now that she's no longer Jack's wife, but is Jack's widow. Anyways, you know, I love I love Transforming Tessa. I love all my books. I love Transforming Tessa. Maybe because she's the new baby, right? You always love the new baby. But I hope you will consider reading Transforming Tessa, sharing your thoughts with me after you read the book, what you thought about it, what you maybe learned about yourself. And at the same time, I hope it becomes an opportunity for you to explore who you can be. Because life is a series of changes. We would like to think we're going to be safe, secure, and not be challenged, but you know what? That's not realistic, and probably in the end, it's not even good. We want to be challenged a little bit. We should be challenged. We may not want it, but we should be challenged because when we are challenged, we grow. When we grow, we become more of who we could be, and maybe in the process, we help other people become more of who they could be. So, Transforming Tessa, she is out now in ebook. The paperback will be out May 3rd. And I'm looking forward to taking Tessa on the road and doing book signings. And as always, talking to all the wonderful women who come over to my table, who talk to me, who share their midlife Moxie story, their life experiences. So that is a little bit about Transforming Tessa. And yes, there is something about a red convertible in the book, but you'll have to read the book to find out what. Thank you so much. And I look forward to sharing some more tidbits about the book and about life and about midlife and everything else with you. You have a great day, and I will speak with you later.